Hello, it's actually Future Donut Master here. I ended up uploading that video, or not uploading it. I ended up editing that video. It ended up being about 40 to 50 minutes long, and I didn't want a Dokkan video being that long, especially a free-to-play video. So I ended up cutting it into two parts. You're watching part one now, so congratulations. Part two isn't going to be uploaded for another couple days, so wait a couple days if when you're watching this on release. If it's been a couple days and this is a couple days or weeks or months old, it's definitely already uploaded, so you don't have to pay attention to what I'm saying right now. But if it is, go watch it now. But yeah, this video did get split into two, so if I ever say something like, oh, next we're going to talk about this and it doesn't happen, it's probably going to be on part two, so be prepared for that. And at the end, I'll come back and tell you when the end of the video is and when the episode should come out. Alright, back to, I don't know, past me, I guess. Welcome back to another video of the best free-to-play series on Dokkan. We are on week 11, the big 1-1, and we do have a lot of units to get through today. I believe we have around 12 or 13 units and about 6 EZAs. But before we get into that, I just want to say, if you do like this content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, and if we could get there, it would mean the world to me. So if you haven't already and you do like this content and type of content, make sure to leave a subscribe. It does mean the world to me, and it makes me want to continue making videos like this. Anyway, let's just get on the profile and start the video off. You know how we normally do. We get this week, compare it to last week, and we see how much we've grown. This week, we are ranked 314. Last week, we were ranked 301. So we did manage to go up 13 ranks. That is a lot at this point. I know eventually, I said we were going to start plateauing, but we are going higher and higher. It is amazing to see. So 314 right now is pretty good. Our power level is 53,318 this week. Last week it was 45,594. So about 8,000 jump. Again, a big jump. I keep saying we're going to plateau, but I feel like we just keep going up. Last week we managed to not move a lot just because there wasn't so much content. But now I feel like Dokkan has given me a lot of content, so we did manage to power up a lot of levels. Hidden potential nodes is going to be 10,688. Last week it was 8,684. So about 2,004 actually. So 2,004, and it does make sense. We did manage to rainbow 6 new characters, so it makes sense why it would go up so much. So 6 new characters did get rainbowed. Of course, we'll talk about that when we get to that. But 6 characters, very, very good. Link level skills max level, we're looking at 19 this week. Last week it was 16. Of course, this is something that we don't really try. We are passively grinding it in the background, but if it happens great. If not, there's no need to worry about it. Next, this week our stages cleared is going to be 1,284. Last week it was 1,181. So actually a boost of about, what is that, 102? So 102, so that's pretty good. Obviously, with so much characters and so much content, we did manage to do a bunch of new quests, as well as I just finished all the quest story modes in the story quests. So if you haven't already, make sure to finish all that, move it out of the way, and we will talk about it next episode. Last thing on the profile is the Dokkan Awakened characters. We're sitting at 108. Last week it was 91. Somehow that number had always been going down, but it's good to see the number climb back up, especially by so much, as in 17. That is a lot. We did manage to do a lot of characters today, or this week. And if you do care, it is Goku and Chi-Chi, level 12. It is max, so you can't go any higher than that. Other than that, let's hit into the first character of the week. Yes, the first character of this week is going to be Great Saiyan Man 1 and 2. It is a brand new LR we are going to add into our collection, and this is going to be the first unit we do talk about in week 11. So if you don't know, Great Saiyan Man 1 and 2 are from the friend summons, and if you don't know, the friend summons you do summon based on your friend points, and you can get 3 LRs based on that. You get either Great Saiyan Man 1 or 2, Mr. Hercule, or Android 17 and 18. Obviously, right now we do have Great Saiyan Man 1 and 2. Did manage to super attack him up to 20 and open all his hidden potential orbs, so that is very good. Suggestion rating for his character is a 10 out of 10. You might be asking why it's so high, because it is a good unit. It's a free unit, and you get something that you passively do over time. I don't expect you to focus on these units straight away. It's not like, oh, I want this character, let me put all my focus into it. It's something where you get your friend points and then you summon friend summons, you get them, and you see how you do overall. This is probably one of the first ones you are going to get. It probably takes the least amount of medals, probably the easiest medals to get, and probably the most frequent LR you're going to see in the friend summon. So actually this is one of the most frequent, as I said before. Second is going to be Hercule, and then lastly 17 18. I don't know if it's just me, but never seems to want to come out, which is totally fine. So first one we are going to do is Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. You are going to need 24, especially since he is an LR. After the 20, you are going to actually have to get 2 LRs. The medals are pretty harsh on this. There's no boost. The fact that this medals aren't guaranteed, so it takes like 5 turns just to get one, it is honestly a pain. But then again, the suggestion is still 10 out of 10, just because all 3 of the LRs are going to be 10 out of 10. They're free. They're absolutely free. You know, you literally just summon them. And they all have EZAs. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 were the second ones to get EZAs, so their EZA is actually pretty decent, but not as good as the androids and a little better than Hercule, so you are getting a plus there. This is probably the first one you are going to work on, but if you have worked on it, congratulations. If you haven't, you don't have to worry about this straight away. Just, again, passively farm all these medals, all the units. You don't have to focus on it straight away. I just happened to do mine on week 11. Maybe it takes you 15 weeks, or maybe it took you like 3 weeks. You know, it just depends on how hard you're going on this grind. Don't have to go too hard though. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. Obviously, a new collection to our LR. Very good unit. Obviously, they do seal attacks, super attacks. So a great unit anywhere you take it, as long as you can seal your super attacks. Other than that, 10 out of 10. Fantastic unit. Let's get into our first unit story. Our first story event unit. The first story event unit that we are going to get is this Planet Namek physical Goku. You could get this character on the Ruler of the Universe and the Warrior Race story event out now, and you could get this Goku absolutely for free. So like the suggestion rating says, this is going to be a 9 out of 10. Obviously, any EZA Awakened unit that's very decent, I will give an 8. However, just because also that support memory is one of the best ones we are going to have recently, I did move it up to 9. But there's like the 2 good reasons to get this character. I mean, obviously EZA, fantastic unit. The second one, you are going to need him for the EZA Prime Battle Vegeta. It just got announced for Global, or the version you're playing recently, and you are going to need this unit as one of the 5 units you're going to need. Obviously, we won't be able to get that Prime Battle Vegeta anytime soon. However, we do want to start farming characters that will lead us up to it slowly but surely, and this is going to be one of them. So this is going to be a high priority unit. Get this Goku. I ended up rainbowing him. However, you won't see that until the EZA portion, but this guy does have an EZA, very good EZA. Did manage to rainbow him. Good unit. And let us talk about that support memory real quick. The support memory that does come in with this story event is actually Gohan's Tears. It is when he's fleeing Namek with Namekians on his shoulder, I believe. But it's going to be Goku's family category allies attack and defense plus 10% for 2 turns from the start of battle. That is actually pretty good. Obviously, the category Goku's family is pretty big. We do have a bunch of those characters already, so that's really good. The attack and defense plus 10 is very good. That's a good stat line. However, it's only for 2 turns. But in the start for how many support memories we have, it is actually one of the best ones we do have currently, and it is very, very good. So Gohan's Tears does boost up the rating a bit, so 9 out of 10. This is probably one of the first story events you're going to focus on. Like, as you see, there is a lot of story events right now. Like, trust me, I looked at the story events, there was a bunch. So you're going to want to focus on this Goku first. It's the first high priority event here. So after that, we are going to EZA him, but we'll talk about the requirements for all that later. So very good unit, very good event. Make sure to get the support memory, 9 out of 10. And let us talk about our second character. The second character we are going to talk about is the Krillin and Vegeta. You could get this unit by doing the story event Fated History, the Saiyan and Rebellion. So with that, you could obviously get this Vegeta, and Krillin, it actually exchanges to just a Vegeta unit, which is actually pretty decent. This unit is also one that we managed to easy A. You'll easy A him as well as the Goku alongside him, and we did manage to give him a rainbow. You won't see the rainbow until a little later, but this is a unit we decided to rainbow. All the easy A's today, so every easy A we talk about will have a rainbow. So we rainbowed him. Suggestion rating is actually an 8 out of 10. It is less than the Goku. This is probably one of the second ones you're going to want to do today, or in general when you see the events out. Good unit, doesn't come with a support memory, so that's why the Goku boosts up a little bit. As well, it's not needed for anything else. Because of the Goku, you actually need that Goku for the Prime Battle Vegeta. However, this unit, I do not believe it's needed for anything. If it is, I'll make sure to correct myself, but as of now, I don't think it's needed for anything. So other than that, very good unit, 8 out of 10. I recommend farming him right after the Goku, and then after that, we are going to talk to Easy 8. Actually, we have one more unit before the Easy A's, and let's head into that unit straight away. The third unit, or the final unit we're going to talk about right before the Easy A's, is actually going to be this final form, Frieza. Very good Frieza. As you can see, I do have a suggestion rating of a 10 out of 10. But before we talk about that, I do want to talk about the event it comes in. You might be looking at the event, which is the Evil Emperor of the Universe, and you're going to tell yourself, isn't that a challenge event? It's not a story event. It is a challenge event. So it comes out every other week, every other day, depending on what day it is. But this unit is a very good unit. Again, 10 out of 10. You do start him off as an SR. You have to Dokkan Awaken him once, and not just once, but actually twice. He does have an Easy A. However, we're not doing the Easy A yet. We're going to do that a little later. Actually, not in this episode at all, but much later, we're going to have him Easy A. But there's 3 reasons you're going to want to get this character, and 3 reasons this guy is a suggestion rating of 10. Number 1, he is a very good Easy A free-to-play unit. He is fantastic. Possibly one of my favorite out there right now. Plus, I have a thing. Plus, one of my favorite things is Frieza. He's probably my favorite villain. But very good unit, and we will talk about that a little later. The second thing, we're gonna need him for the Easy A. We're going to talk about next. He's a very good unit, especially for that Easy A, and we did need one unit, and I was looking at who we could possibly farm up just to help us with Easy A, and I saw this Frieza, and I'm like, oh, if we farm him up, we'll easily finish the Easy A, and we'll have a really good unit for later as well. And the last thing we are going to talk about is he's also needed for the LR Prime Battle Easy A Goku, the Tech Goku that we did get in like the first 2 weeks of playing this game. So he does have an Easy A, and you are going to need this character. And so obviously we can decide to get him now. So yeah, get him now if you haven't already. Probably a very good unit you're going to use until late game. Fantastic unit. If he's fighting against a Goku's family enemy, he basically just guards it with 30%, and it does go up when he has his Easy A, but a very good unit nonetheless. So this is a very good unit. Decided not to rainbow him. I'm going to rainbow him when he does get his Easy A. But for now, he's not rainbowed. He is super attack 10, and we do have the hidden potentials. But other than that, he's just chilling. So 10 out of 10, I recommend getting this unit. If not now, straight after you finish anything, all these story events, or you've grinded all the characters and you need someone to farm, please, please, please get this final form Frieza. It is so good, and it's going to be a lifesaver. So now that we talk about these 3 characters, let's get into the first Easy A of the day. Yes, you heard correctly. I said the first one because we are going to be talking about 2 Easy A's today. However, this is going to be the first one we are going to be talking about. It's going to be the Extreme Z Arena Planet Namek Saga. You can find this underneath your challenges, and the one that has the Vegeta and Krillin we were just talking about. The Goku, one of the first characters we were talking about. And you might see this guy and you're like, we didn't talk about this guy. Well, we did it now because we ended up getting him on week 4. So I don't know if you ended up getting the Zarbon and Dodoria on week 4. However, if you haven't gotten him yet, make sure to get him this week. He is also in the story events. Get him as fast as possible, and he will help. And you're also going to need him for the Easy A, but he will help a lot. So when we get to the Easy A's, let me talk about team comp here. As you can see, I do have 6 units in total. You should have all these units. If not, if you weren't following the free-to-play guide or the series, you might not have all these guys. But if you are, you should have every single one of these guys. So we ended up getting Kid Gohan on week 5, I believe. We ended up getting Frieza a couple weeks ago actually, Dodoria and Zarbon again on week 4, and then recently this week 11 we ended up getting Goku, Vegeta and Krillin, and this Frieza. So I did manage to use all these 6 characters, and it went off with a hitch. As you can see, suggestion rating is a 10 out of 10 because it's probably one of the easiest EZAs you're gonna probably do today. Because trust me, the next one is very hard. So this is a 10 out of 10. You shouldn't have to do much. Like, all these characters are good. I managed to do them all without rainbowing them. So you will be seeing the rainbows and like all that happening in the background, but that was way before we finished the EZAs, so you don't have to worry about rainbowing the units first. You don't even need to rainbow them. I rainbowed them after I finished the EZA, but you don't even have to. So this was a very easy. Gohan, Frieza, and the other Frieza basically just carry the whole event. So you could do them in any order. I found it easier to start with Zarbon Dodoria, then head on to Vegeta and Krillin, and then Goku. Other than that, it was very easy. I'm pretty sure I didn't die once in this. Maybe if you get lucky rotations, maybe I just got really lucky. However, I didn't end up dying. It was one of the easiest ones, 10 out of 10. You should be able to complete this first try. Again, if you don't have any of these characters, there can be swaps. They could swap them in and out. But you should have the Kid Gohan. You should have the Goku because it's up right now, the event. You should have Vegeta and Krillin because the event is on right now. You should have Dodoria and Zarbon because the event is on right now. You should have the Int Frieza we were talking about just recently, but if you don't have that guy, there's a couple suggestions I would recommend. So obviously if you do summon, you could use any of those summonable units. But if not, there's 2 replacements for that unit. There is the physical the physical second form Frieza, and there is the AGL Piccolo. However, I think this Int Frieza is probably the best one. It's very easy to get him in the challenges, and you don't have to use keys, or you don't have to wait for the other ones to come out. So this team comp should be good for anyone who decides to try all these events. Gohan, very good unit. You should have him rainbowed and EZA'd. Prime Battle Frieza, of course, very good as well. I don't know if you guys should have them. I mean, I've had them by now. You guys should have them if you guys are obviously passively farming these guys. Zarbon Dodoria we ended up getting a couple weeks ago, but if not, he's on the event story right now. Same thing goes for Goku and Vegeta and Krillin. And this Int Frieza might be a little bit tricky, but he's in the challenge events. I don't know if he's on when this is going to be uploaded, but he is there, and it's a very easy grind. 10 out of 10. Don't have to worry about anything. Don't have to do any strategy. It's very easy as long as most of the hits go to the Friezas or the Kid Gohan, you should be totally fine. So that is going to be the first one done for the EZA arena. This is going to be the first team, 10 out of 10. And let's start going into the second EZAs, the second bunch of characters. Let's start off with the next character. Boom! Hello, I'm back. Yep, it's me. It's future Donut Master. Thank you, past Donut Master. But yeah, this video is getting cut off right here. I didn't want a super long Dokkan video, so this is going to be the end of part 1. So let me just get it out of the way. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys could get me there, I'd be so grateful for you guys. And if you do want content like this, make sure to subscribe. It does let me know that people want content like this. So make sure to ring the notification bell when you want to get updated. And I'll catch you in the next one. Be prepared for part 2. Peace.